You don't have to look at the camera, look wherever you want.
Did you just start recording now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's already going to be a minute before you ask a question.
Why do you plant trees? You have to say, why do I plant trees?
Why do I plant trees? Like why I started? Or why do I do it now still?
Why'd you do it?
I started it just randomly, didn't know what I was getting myself into, but found I really liked the people. And then I wanted to get good at it, and eventually I got really good at it, and I still love the people.
I hate you.
Even that fucker over there. And yeah, I just like the job. It's rewarding in its own way. I feel like I did something. There's so much I like about it, which is fucked up.
What made you come to Scotland?
I came to Scotland because I was offered the job. Some guy heard about me, and we had mutual friends, and then they knew that I would be the kind of guy that would be willing to work all winter long. And he contacted me, asked me if I wanted a job, and I accepted. That's how I ended up in Scotland.
So what's the best things about planting?
The people. Number one is the people.
You gotta say the best things about planting.
The best things about planting are, number one, I think the people. 2, the money. 3, working all the time, keeping in shape. 4, being outside. 5, feeling like you did something practical and useful. Like at the end of the day, I didn't just fucking pass some paper from one part of my desk to another. I covered a crap load of land. I got covered in dirt. I bled. I sweat. I did a lot, you know, like at the end of the day I've got like 1.5 hectares of land covered in trees, and I've had ups and downs, I've had pain, I've had sorrow, and I've had smiles, you know, like my days are full.
What's the worst things about planting?
Same thing. The worst things about planting are the same. My days are full of sorrow. I worked my ass off, you sweat, you pain, the rain, the weather, like, actually no. Screw that, that's not true. The worst thing about planting is the fact that it's really hard to maintain a normal life. Like, I love my lifestyle, but it's hard to have a solid relationship with a girl. It's hard to, like, keep in touch with your family, or do things that a normal human would do. Not that I mind that much, but it's tough, you know? And it's addictive. Like now for me anyway, like I can't do anything else really. Like, what am I going to start a new job at the bottom and make 1/5 of what I make? Like, no, I'm going to keep doing what I do.
What's your best day tree planting?
My best day tree planting depends on how you define a best day. My best day in tree wise is 5,340 trees. My best day money-wise is $678 on the coast. Planting, I think it was $22.60 at 30 cents. Also, there was also days where just everything came together, or like I overcame incredible obstacles. It's hard to define the best day.
What's your worst day?
Same thing, it's hard to define the worst day. Worst day could have been the day I planted the most trees, because I had to put myself through shit. I'm sorry, I have to show this. This is what I was talking about with people. I'm getting mooned while I try to do this interview. It's two fucking bare asses. One's steamy and one's too light. Anyway, I had to show that. That might be my worst day. No. My worst day probably would be, but it wasn't that bad. That's the thing. It was the hardest day is I had to walk out of a helicopter block. I had to walk probably 11 or 12 kilometers. I didn't get back to camp until after midnight, and we couldn't find a truck. We landed on a radio signal, couldn't find the truck, and we had to follow gunshots that these people found. The people that were waiting for me found campers to shoot their guns in the air because we had no radio signal, and so we had to follow the sound of gunshots. And then, I didn't have a shirt on, and it was cold by the time I got back, and I was just horrible. But you know, at the same time, that could be one of my best days, just because I overcame all that shit. You get back to camp and people are waiting for you, and you have like a hero's welcome because of what you did, and yeah, it's hard to define a bad day too.
What's your scariest story?
What's my scariest story? I have set myself on fire twice. Woke up in the middle of the night, candle that burned through my sleeping bag. Waking up, I drunkenly didn't put out my candle, put my sleeping bag over top of it, and woke up with my sleeping bag on fire. Melted my hand. Had to throw it. I still sometimes wake up thinking I'm on fire if I wake up and it's too hot. Or I almost got killed on the coast where I slid on a log and I almost got smushed my toothpaste tube. I set my cabin on fire another time. Don't use candles. Bad idea. I did it for 5 years with no problem, but then after that I had 2 incidents.
What's your best tip for rookies?
Best tip for rookies: tree planting to make money consists of 4 things: efficiency, consistency, motivation, and discipline. If you work on those 4 things, you'll be successful. Or if you want to make money as a rookie, just bring a bunch of pot and sell it. Then you'll guaranteed to make money. But yeah, efficiency, consistency, motivation, and discipline. You get those things, you're good.
So what about tips for people wanting to come to Scotland to plant?
Tips for people going to Scotland? Bring 4 baggers. Yeah, fuck. Contact Eric Boyd. Do a bunch of research. Contact me. Ask me. I'll give you all the details.
Girls, contact me.
Oh yeah, bring girls with you, because it's fucking gonna be hard to find them here, because you're in the middle of nowhere. Unless you really like sheep.
We're still recording, we're good.
Who
are you? I forgot to say, who are you?
Oh, my name is Chris Montagner. I've been planting for 9 years, but I'm currently on a 19-month stretch where I've been working contract to contract. So that's like, some people, if work in Ontario season, that's like 8 years of Ontario working right there. But
what about equipment for people coming to Scotland?
Equipment to bring while coming to Scotland: bring 4 baggers, bring an extra shovel. Don't worry about the rain gear so much, because they have great rain gear here and it's cheaper than it is in Canada. And also, you may have to purchase, you most likely will have to get a pesticide suit anyway, which is excellent rain gear. It rains all the time, but don't bring rain gear because